Welcome back to Storytime with Miss B, Kindergarten. Yesterday, we left Captain Awesome and Nacho Cheeseman, along with their sidekick Turbo, getting ready to confront Mr. Drools. So, let's continue with Chapter 2 of Captain Awesome versus Nacho Cheeseman. Chapter 2 is called Fighting Evil is Messy. What a mess, Charlie said as he stood in the middle of the Eugene's backyard the next morning. He picked up a can of cheese and shook it. Empty. That's just one of the many problems with evil. Eugene picked up an old banana peel and dropped it into the trash can. It never picks up after itself. Mr. Drools had gotten away. He escaped thanks to his doggy door of droolness, but he'd return. The bad guys always do. Eugene's mom smiled as the boys came into the house. Here you go, boys. Super Dudos, the breakfast of the world's greatest superhero. In many ways, Eugene's mom was a hero, too. She didn't wear a cape or fight evil, but her ongoing battle against cavities, late homework, and tantrums was almost as important as saving the world. Almost. Plus, she always whipped up some awesome breakfast to make Eugene superhero strong. The two boys ate faster than Sir Snack-a-Lot, who once challenged Super Dude to an eating contest. Super Dude won by eating fried okra. After breakfast, Charlie headed to his house down the street, and Eugene returned to his backyard. The moment he turned the corner, his nose was instantly filled with the stinky stink of stink. Yuck! The stinky stink of stink! Eugene gasped. Gross! He held his nose. Eugene didn't have to smell another stink bomb to know what was up. It was Queen Stinky Pants from Planet Baby. Her dangerous diaper of doom was packed with stinky diaper awfulness. Gah, boo, boo, she said in her alien baby language as she waddled across Eugene's backyard. She hasn't seen me yet, Eugene thought. Eugene knew she was up to something. Queen Stinky Pants was always up to something. She walked, fell, crawled, and waddled to the gate. So, she was the one who opened the secret passageway from Mr. Drool's backyard to the surface of the moon. She wanted Mr. Drools to return for the Super Dude comic he didn't get last night. Well, not today, not tonight, never again, and never ever, Eugene called out in his awesome Captain awesome voice. Eugene ripped off his shirt and revealed that he'd forgotten to put on his Captain Awesome outfit underneath. Brr, cold. Eugene ran inside the house and grabbed his outfit from the laundry. Gotta have it, Mom. Danger's all around me. Stinky danger. Danger smells? His mother asked, smiling. It does when it's stinky. Eugene changed on the run. That meant he crashed into a hall door. Ouch! Bounced off a wall. Oof! And then slid across the kitchen on his floor, on his stomach. Whee! Eugene flung open the screen door. Stop, villain! Queen Stinky Pants turned to face him. Look, she threatened. Captain Awesome did an awesome jump onto the surface of the moon. Mighty! Stop your eviling and please take a bath. You guys too. Chapter 3, The Missing Comic Book Caper. Mom, have you seen it? Eugene screeched down the stairs. Seen what, dear? What? How could she not know the what I'm talking about? It's only the most important thing in forever. Eugene was shocked. Was his mother not aware of Super Dude? Did she not see the posters, the DVDs, the collectible action figures on her son's dresser? Eugene's bestest favoritist comic book in his whole collection was not in its special hiding spot in the box under his bed. It was gone. Super Dude number 429 was missing. Did Mr. Drool sneak into Eugene's room, take Super Dude number 429 in his giant paws of evil, and run away with it? Panic began to hit Eugene. The thought was too horrible to imagine. All that drool all over Super Dude. And I double-evered that issue. He checked his bedroom floor. No muddy footprints. No bite marks on the door. No fleas hopping about on Eugene's pillow. No sign that Mr. Jules had made it inside Captain Awesome's secret headquarters. But the comic book was gone, and someone had taken it. No one had been in his room except... Oh, barf! I showed my comic to Charlie when we were in the treehouse. But no member of the Sunnyview superhero squad would do anything bad, right? Right? Eugene slumped. He missed his comic book so much he was even thinking his best friend took it. That was the worst thought he had ever had, except for the one about the drool being all over Super Dude. And we got time to start another chapter. Chapter 4, Turbo Day. Turbo, Turbo, Turbo. The class chanted the name of their pet hamster. It was Thursday, and that meant it was Turbo Day. As Turbo's caretaker, Eugene made sure to get him to school early. In Mrs. Beasley's second grade classroom, Turbo Day meant a celebration of everything Turbo. You only needed 2 things to have Turbo Day. 1, Turbo. 2, a day. If there was one thing that would cheer up Eugene, it was Turbo Day, and it would give him a chance to check Charlie's cubby. For the missing comic book. You know, just in case. Turbo, Turbo, Turbo. Who's the hamster on the go? It's Turbo. The class sang a special cheer written just for Turbo. The class was distracted by Turbo's cuteness and good hamster manners. Now was Eugene's chance. He wandered to the back of the room. No one was looking. Peek. Eugene quickly looked in Charlie's cubby. Shake. Eugene shook Charlie's backpack. Flip. He even flipped through Charlie's history book. No Super Dude comic, but he did find a few half-empty cans of cheese. If Charlie was the thief, he was more clever than Commander Nylon, who kept stealing Super Dude's socks while he was sleeping and using them to stitch a humongous sock monster. Eugene snuck back to the circle just in time for the Turbo game. Turbo rolled around the floor in his plastic ball, showing off his athletic skills. Awesome! Look at him go! What a good little sidekick, Eugene proudly thought. The class squealed and cheered with delight. Turbo Day was a success. That's the sock monster there, guys. Turbo Force now! Eugene called out to Turbo. Everyone will be impressed when Turbo rolls right up to me, just like he always does. Eugene smiled at the thought. Turbo rolled and rolled and rolled right past Eugene. Right past Eugene. What? Where was he going? Turbo rolled to Charlie? Yeah! This was worse than the time that Super Squirrel bit Super Dude's super finger when Super Dude fed him that super acorn from the super oak tree. Charlie! Eugene called out. Why did Turbo roll right to you? Charlie shrugged. I don't know, but that was cool, huh? Charlie patted the top of the hamster ball and carried it over to Turbo's cage. What's going on here? My favorite comic book is Forever is missing, and now my faithful sidekick has Turbo forced to somebody else? Eugene quickly looked around the classroom to see if anyone was using a mind control hat. There could be no other explanation. But there was no one with a mind control hat. Eugene realized there must be another explanation. There must be. And tomorrow we'll find out. starting with Chapter 5, The Evilest Field Trip of All. Snip, snap, snap. Story time with Miss B is all told out. See you tomorrow, kindergarten.